stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning, party people. Happy Tuesday. We're back. We've got one finals team clinched, most likely the second one tonight. We got a fun one today. We're going to talk last night's action. We're going to talk LeBron being dramatic. We got to talk about some Celtics coaching stuff. We're going to go back into the 2021 draft. We're going to have some fun this morning. More importantly, you know what you got to do. We're going to pump some engagement for them. We're going to give something away immediately. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag sweep. All right, let's see. Who do we have in the chat this morning? We got Snoop Loop up in here. We got Matic Otto, Cameron Quinlan, good morning. The Common Man's here. Who else? We got J-Bus. J-Bus salty, right? J-Bus salty after that Lakers sweep, so now you're going to root for that Celtics sweep. I get it, dude. I get it. We the people's in the house. We got Heath Johnson here, Bodivine, Robert M. saying Heat versus Nuggets goes 7 games, best finals in the history. Mike's here, Joe's here. Good to see everybody here this morning. I see Federico up in the house. T-Man's here as well. Appreciate everyone being here this morning. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe, and all that stuff. Sorry there was no Barry Boys yesterday. We had, for those Barry heads, I know there's thousands of you out there. We had a little bit of a scheduling conflict as the day went on. That'll be back hopefully later this week. Stay tuned. Just stay tuned for more information. Oh, look at J-Bus is so mad. J-Bus is so mad. J-Bus, technically, the Celtics have lasted longer than the Lakers. I don't know what to tell you, because I know the Celtics have 1 game left and the Lakers don't have any games left. So just mathematically speaking, just by the data, the Celtics went longer into the season than the Lakers did. So RIP, enjoy the offseason. Enjoy rebuilding mode. We're going to talk about last night's game. For the rest of the week, though, stay tuned. We get the morning show every day, 9 a.m. So if this is your first time here, appreciate you being here. And if, honestly, I still appreciate it even if it's not your first time here. You know what I'm saying? But man, last night was a fun game, dude. And to J-Bus's point, right? Take that for data. To J-Bus's point, man, that series was fun. Lakers and Nuggets was fun. Felt like every game was up for grabs in the fourth quarter. You saw pretty impressive performances from the best players in the world. So that was a really good time to watch it. Let's hit some of the what happened last night, and then we'll go into some big picture stuff. So Denver completes the sweep. We still got the broom out, baby. Broom, bitch. Broom. So the Nuggets complete the sweep. They go in 4. They win 113-111. Hold on. Prop comedy's hard. Not enough respect put on Carrot Top's name. You know what I'm saying? Stan Love says Mike already switched teams to Denver. Dude, I'm a Denver fan till the day I die. But yeah, 113-111, and this was a close one. So the Lakers are up 15 going into halftime. I don't think a lot of people remember that. Oh, wait, you're right? Yeah, 15. No, I'm sorry. No, wait, hold on. 6? Yeah, 15. Okay, they were up 15 going into halftime. And I think instead the Gallagher of the NBA, let's go, Peter. I don't know how many people remember that. I think we just think about this as, wow, LeBron put up a crazy number. Jokic with another 30-point triple-double. The Lakers had a 15-point lead halfway through the game and then just got absolutely throttled in the third quarter. They outscore them by 20. The Nuggets put up 36 points in the third. The Lakers 16. So the Lakers in the first quarter put up 34. In the second quarter put up 39. Combined, the rest of the game only put up 38 points. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? 34 in the first, 39 in the second, and then combined in the second half, only 38 points. That's tough scene, right? So they had 16 in the third, 22 in the fourth. And the Nuggets, man, they just keep coming at you. That's what it is, right? Like they're just so methodical offensively. Their defense held up. They tightened up a little bit in the fourth quarter. Shiggins is talking about AD a little bit there. I actually thought AD played really, really well this series. Like, I get what you're saying. First and foremost, Anthony Davis played an entire playoffs without getting hurt or without missing time, right? He fell down a bunch. He played the entire thing. Let's, a couple of things. Aaron Gordon, who has been MIA, he's been on milk cartons around the world, showed up last night. He is found. Contact the authorities. We got him. He went 3 for 5 from 3 last night, finished with 22.6 boards and 5 dimes, a couple of blocks as well. Played really solid defense. Listen to these minute totals. AG played 41 minutes. Shout out NBA Top Shot's finest AG. Michael Porter Jr. played 41 minutes. Nikola Jokic played 45 minutes. Jamal Murray played 43, 39 from KCP. They only played 2 bench guys. Bruce Brown, he played 20 minutes, and Jeff Green played 10. Jokic with another 30-point triple-double. Another one. Another one. He is still, we are to the NBA Finals on the Western side of things. Jokic is still averaging a triple-double. This is wild. This is Wilt Chamberlain shit. He's still averaging a triple-double. He finished the game last night with 30, 14, and 13. He also had 3 blocks and a steals. Did have a couple of turnovers. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, he had a few turnovers in there. But Jokic had 2 points after the first quarter. Just like wild stuff. Anthony Davis should be a top 5 player in the NBA every time he steps on the floor. I mean, yeah. So, all right, let's go to the Lakers side of things. Jamal Murray also had 25. So AD finished the game with 21 and 14. But the thing about Anthony Davis this series, man, is that he was like supposed to be doing the defensive side of things. I mean, you need him offensively as well, but that's what he was there to do. He was there to be the defensive anchor against his offensive juggernaut. Finished with 21 and 14. Wait, we the people said AD missed 15 shots. Bron only took 15 shots. So Anthony Davis missed 9 shots. What are you talking about? Anthony Davis went 6 for 15 from the line. LeBron James went 15 for 25. I mean, from the field goals, 15 for 25. LeBron went 4 for 7 and 3. So LeBron, let's talk about LeBron here for a second. LeBron finished with 40, 10, and 9, one a dime short of a 40-point triple-double. He was incredible. He put up 30 points in the first half, but dude, LeBron was tired. LeBron was tired in the second half. I know I jokingly tweeted out LeBron in the first half versus LeBron in the third quarter. Oh my God, we the people, Jesus Christ, hitting the pipe too early this morning, my friend. Carmelo retired. AD took 15 shots. LeBron took 15 shots. Nikola Jokic is number 15. Carmelo was 15. They were both 15s on the same team. LeBron, though, in the second half. So I jokingly tweeted out the Captain America thing, right? So Chris Evans is Captain America, and then Captain America at the end of Avengers Endgame, where he's an old ass man, right? And it did feel that way in the third quarter, where LeBron was just passing out of everything quite a bit. There was also there was a sequence that happened. I think it was in the fourth, where shot clock's winding down. The ball swings to the corner to LeBron. There's only a couple of, 3 seconds left of the shot clock. LeBron has an open corner three, passes out of that to Dennis Schroeder at the top, to Rui at the top of the key. Rui bricks the 3. I mean, it was still a fine shot for Rui, but that to me was oh, LeBron's gas. LeBron's got nothing left in the tank. And that being said, listen, he scored 10 points in the second half. I think he scored 6 in the third and 4 in the fourth, or vice versa. I will say there was a couple of possessions late in the fourth where I don't know if LeBron was listen, I can do it on one end or the other. And defensively, just he took on Jokic for a handful of possessions and really made work hard for Jokic. This is the hardest I've seen Jokic have to work down low in a long time. And then locked up Jamal Murray a couple of times. So for LeBron to be 38 years old and just out there balling, was pretty wild. So anyways, you got 61 points from LeBron and AD. After that, Austin Reeves gave them 17. They got a total of 10 bench points. And listen to this. D'Angelo Russell, 4 bench points in 15 minutes. Tristan Thompson scored 4 points, and Lonnie Walker got 2. Their starters played. AD played 40. Rui played 42. LeBron, 48 minutes. LeBron played 48 minutes. That's crazy. Dennis Schroeder, 38 minutes, and Austin Reeves, 41 minutes. LeBron with a heroic effort out there. I mean, he really was incredible. I know, shout out Jeb. Jeb was at the game last night with the So Rare Bros. And I mean, to see that in person must have been incredible. Like, he clearly knew he had to have one of those games. And he was putting it together. He looked unstoppable. He looked like the strongest guy in the court. He had no problem getting to the hoop. And then to do it on the defensive end, too, in the second half when they needed that most was impressive. But you could tell he was out of gas. He was out of gas in that fourth quarter. Before we get into the future of LeBron, let's talk a little bit about Denver. So this is Denver. I believe Denver's first sweep ever in postseason history. On the winning side anyways. I'm sure they've been swept on the losing side. Denver's first appearance to the NBA Finals. They were the number 1 seed the entire season long. Or not the entire, but I guess like 1 month in on, they were the number 1 seed. They're the best team in basketball. They're the best team in the Western Conference. They had the best player in the game. Jamal Murray's healthy. They've got like their role guys are all great. You got Bruce Brown, you got KCP. Everybody makes sense on that team. And Mike Malone was talking about it a little bit in the press game. Every day, the press game post conference. That's what I call it. Every day, the post game press conference, just about like the team buying into the style of play. Now, it's easy after you make it to the NBA Finals to be like, yeah, man, everybody bought in. But it does really seem like that is the case there. And when your best player, Nikola Jokic, not only the best player, but like the best player in the league right now, is bought in selflessly to the type of basketball that they need to play in order to win, no one else can step up and say shit. Do you know what I mean? Like when you get that from the top, when your best player is willing to do whatever's necessary, whether it's on the offensive end or now the defensive end, no one else can, like Michael Porter Jr., who I guess if you had to pick someone on the Nuggets to while out a little bit, it would be Michael Porter Jr. We've covered this extensively on the 89 Cavs. Michael Porter Jr. can't say anything if Jokic is out there doing everything. And I think that's, dude, oh my God, we almost want to call that infrastructure and leadership. But when you have that type of atmosphere, it's easy to have buy-in from players 2 to 12, you know? And yeah, you're seeing it pay off. And whoever they play, whether it's the Celtics or the Heat, they're going to be the favorites, right? And I imagine Denver is rooting as hard as they can for Boston for 2 reasons. If Boston goes to the finals, that means they're playing for another like 6 days. That means they have to grind out 4 more games with no rest while Denver gets 9 days off. Plus, they know that the Boston Celtics are a broken team emotionally. And if they get Miami, they at least want Boston to win a couple of games, right? So they're clearly rooting for them. J-Bus, we can start pivoting and talking about LeBron a little bit. So in the postgame, LeBron mentioned that he was going to, LeBron said in the press conference postgame that he is weighing his options for the future. Chris Haynes also tweeted out a report as well that he might be taking off the next year and he's not sure he's going to be with the team. Okay, LeBron, listen, if anybody asked me, right after this show's over, I take my dog for a walk, and then I go for a couple-mile run and then work out a little bit, okay? Every day, if someone put a microphone in my face, the second the run was over, and they said, hey, Mike, are you going to run again? I would say, absolutely not. I don't like it. I'm very tired. I know I'm going to run tomorrow. And that's what this felt like. LeBron just played a full-ass game at 38 years old, being the best player on the court for long stretches of time, almost a 40-point triple-double in his 200th season. He's exhausted. And you're like, hey, LeBron, do you want to run this back with D'Angelo Russell? He's like, you know what? I might take a year off. I don't blame him. I know there's been a couple of reports going around too, like, dude, maybe this is big brain LeBron. Maybe he's like, I need to take a year off so I can come back with Bronny. I'm pretty sure if he takes a year off and then comes back, he's still going to be under contract with the Lakers. I'm not entirely sure how that works. So maybe somebody else can figure that out for me. But I don't think just by taking a year off absolves you from your contract responsibilities. So I don't know how much easier that would make it for him to team up with Bronny. If anything, feels like that would make it harder. The other take that I really liked was that he's just doing this to put pressure on Pelinka to sign Kyrie. And that's like a fun take. Listen, LeBron owns Pelinka, right? No one's thinking that Pelinka's holding that over LeBron, right? LeBron's in charge. And then I think there's one other thing we have to consider when talking about LeBron being done. I'm a big believer and people's actions speaking louder than their words. And if we've learned anything from LeBron James over like the 24 years, including his high school time that he's been in the public spotlight, there is no way in hell he's just going quietly into the night. Are you kidding me? There's going to be a documentary. There's going to be a movie, probably starring Michael B. Jordan as LeBron James, because Michael Jordan would have to play LeBron. You see what he's doing there mentally? Everybody would be giving him gifts in his last time in Chicago. Here's something. His last time in Boston. Here's something. There's no way in the world that LeBron James is just going to like turn the light out and be like, you know what? I'm good. In respect, I get it. Shiggin says if LeBron copies Jordan with Space Jam and then taking the year off, come on, bro, go play baseball. I hope he plays baseball. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. LeBron's not retired, dude. Just, let the guy take a nap. Let him take a nap. He's tired. He's played a full game, 48 minutes. He played more minutes than everybody else in the game, and he's 38. Like heartburn at 38 feels like playing 48 minutes. I can't imagine what playing 48 minutes is like. I don't know. We got Marco in the chat. Marco, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Let's remind the people in honor of Le Sweep. Like the stream, subscribe, sweep. We'll give something away here in a little bit. He'll do the Kobe tour. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way LeBron just doesn't play. But I respect it. I respect being like, yeah, man, I need to take a second. Also, as a New England fan, as a Patriots guy, not like the January 6th type, I'm talking about football. I watched Tom Brady do this, man. LeBron's coming back. He's going to waffle at least a couple of times before he walks away. Not enough hater energy this morning. Erica, you bring enough haterade for everybody in here, okay, man? I'm not worried about it, you bing bong fuck. There you go. There's some energy for you. But anyways, congrats to Denver, man. They from start to finish, wire to wire, one of the best teams in the league, and they proved that. LeBron said post game as well when he said that he was talking with Anthony Davis, and during their 4-year run together as Lakers, he was saying the Denver Nuggets were the most complete team. The most complete team that they played. So, and I mean, that checks out, right? And I think like the Achilles heel of Denver that we thought we would see coming into the playoffs was their inability to play defense. And they played defense, man. They rotate a little bit faster. I mean, like you've seen Jokic. I mean, Jokic isn't out there doing Ben Wallace shit. But he hasn't been a sieve, and that was the concern, that you were just going to be able to cook him. And that hasn't been the case. I mean, you even think, dude, they gave up 111 points in this game. I mean, they've had didn't they hold them under 100 in one of these games? I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Kyrie for Reeves, Vandy, and 2 firsts. All right, I forgot that I'm talking to a Dallas fan here. I can't even entertain this. I can't entertain it. They got to keep Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves isn't going anywhere. Anyways, so congrats to Denver, man. Congrats to Denver. I'm excited to watch them in the finals. Well deserved. Whether they win or lose, incredible run. Incredible run. Man, Joel Embiid's got to be sick too. I'm thinking about that. Remember that Shams article that came out? And it was supposed to, I think he was in Chicago playing. The Sixers were playing the Bulls. He had an sit down with Shams. Was talking about how crowning people without winning anything yet. And was clearly taking shots at Jokic. And then 2 days later, he sits out the game against Denver in what was supposed to be the rematch. And Embiid's got to regret that interview now, right? I mean, he got his trophy. He got his MVP. Then he gets bounced in the second round against the Celtics team that we're seeing is just as soft as they come. And now he's watching Jokic hold up that Western Conference MVP trophy last night. And 4 wins away from being a champ. And it's kind of weird, too, because didn't Giannis win back-to-back MVPs? They didn't give him a third time. He goes out there, puts 50 on the Phoenix Suns in Game 6. Takes home an NBA Finals MVP. Is Jokic is he writing the same history right here? And again, not to do this victory lap thing again, because we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but it's my damn show, and I will do it again. Right? If if we gave Jokic the MVP for a third consecutive time and they flamed out in the playoffs, we'd be like, oh my God, what a huge mistake. But now we look like fools as they dismantled all of the teams in front of them. Minnesota Timberwolves, I guess we count them, but not really. They did that in 5. They just smoked KD and the Suns in 6. And then they took out LeBron and AD. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do in the finals here. It'll all be for naught if Jimmy Bucket's in the Heat. Take him out. Take him out. Wonder who LeBron will trade it for. Their Lakers have the 17th pick in the draft for what it's worth. Yeah, I think we'll see. We'll see. Let's do a little mental health break, huh? Let's do a little mental health break. We'll pivot into some other stuff. We got a couple of other fun topics to get into. And I feel like we haven't done a mental health check in a while. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you. We love a good mental health check. We love to see it. We love to see it. All right. I saw there was a tweet. Oh, wait, hold on. Good morning, NBA. In the chat it says that's the road of MVPs. Giannis Jokic, at some point, they realize being the best in the league means nothing without that chip. Yeah. But speaking of Jokic, man, you guys see the brothers out there? Brothers picked up Mike Malone after the game, just throwing him around. The Jokic bros. God, incredible stuff. Incredible. I don't know why we slid into Bill Burr. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything here on the Lakers Nuggets. I did not. We'd already talked about LeBron. All right. There was a tweet I saw from an Adam Kaufman, not to be confused with Andy Kaufman, that I thought was interesting. I want to talk a little bit about it because there's a lot of Joe Mazzulla talk, right? Joe Mazzulla, Celtics are bad. We got to fire them, all of that stuff, right? So let me put this up here on the big screen so everybody can see it. So let me see. Adam says, this is where you examine the core, not the coaching staff. Point all the fingers at Joe Mazzulla you want, but if the Celtics do move on, that'd be 4 head coaches in 4 years with the same group on the floor. What would make you believe in a different outcome? I'm going to read that one more time for the podcast people, but mainly for the AI who's been cutting up these shorts, and I want to be full screen. So Adam Kaufman tweets out, this is where you examine the core, not the coaching staff. Point all the fingers at Mazzulla you want, but if the Celtics do move on, that'd be 4 head coaches in 40 years with the same group on the floor. What would make you believe in a different outcome? This feels like one of the most disingenuous tweets ever, because that's just like not filling in the context for this, right? Brad Stevens was the first of the 4 coaches. Brad Stevens was promoted, right, to president of basketball operations, whatever his title is. Ime was not fired for coaching related aspects, right? He clearly, the Celtics hands were forced based on his off the court activities with on the court staff members, right? He wasn't fired for being a bad coach. Joe Mazzulla would be the 3rd and only coach. So he'd be the 3rd coach removed and would be the only coach fired for coaching abilities or non-coaching abilities. And the 4th one would be the new coach. So you made it sound like it was 4 and it was 1. 1 coach was let go because 1 coach is current. 1 coach is still with the organization in a more prominent role. And the other coach did some touching he wasn't supposed to do. Get out of here. That's garbage. It's like a garbage take. That's a garbage take, not because it's like, oh, you looked at the information and came up with a take that was bad. You just like actively did not use all the information to make a decision. It's crap. It's like thinking Roham did a good job. Use the rest of the information. So anyways, hated that take. I do wonder what they're going to do. It was good to hear every single podcast their thoughts on the Celtics yesterday. So it just felt bad. Ooh, Jesse the Goat says hello. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Jesse. It was fun seeing everybody have their takes on the Celtics yesterday. Some conversation around Jaylen Brown being moved. Jaylen Brown's not being moved unless Jaylen Brown says, move me. Otherwise, you're just it's too reactionary. It's too reactionary. Hire a dribbling coach. Send Jaylen Brown to like, I don't know, Greece or something on like on a nice island. Let him dribble around, just get him dribbling. But they're not moving off Jaylen Brown. I do think Mazzulla, if they put up a fight, maybe they win game 4. Then all of a sudden they go back to Boston. Who knows? Maybe that completely changes that stuff. Maybe the conversation shifts. They put up a fight. But if game 4 is anything like game 3, Joe Mazzulla, see you later. There's no way. There's no way. I will say something because everybody was asking, who's got the best shot at coming back from a 3-0 deficit? I mean, neither of them. They're fucked. Both teams are screwed. Lakers are already going home. Celtics are next. However, if we put on our Boston hat, huh? If we just got finished watching the town for the 15th time, and I'm looking at my boys Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, and I want to look at the direction. I want to look at the path of greatness. I go back to 2004 with Bill Miller, Kevin Millar, Johnny Damon, those fucking Cowboys, and they came back from 3-0, sent those Yankees home, and then won the chip. If I want to go down in that route, right? Huh? All of a sudden, Celtics, they're like, hey, we're not getting swept. We win game 4. Then we go back to home court, back to the Garden where legends are made. You hold home court. You win game 5. Then all of a sudden, you go back down to South Beach and Jimmy Butler is getting a little nervous, huh? Little butthole's getting a little bit tighter because they're getting nervous, kid. If you don't win game 6, oh shit, all of a sudden, the Miami Heat going to be the first team to blow a 3-game lead. We're going back to game 7 where anything can happen in fucking game 7, kid. Are you kidding me? All those Bostonians going to be out there cracking Sammy Adams, Sam Summers, Sam Winters, Sam Seasonals, Cold Snap. All the different Sammys are out there just pounding those beers, kid, getting ready to go. Max Strus, you're loose. Just saying weird shit like that, yelling it out. All of a sudden, Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler. Oh, Jimmy's the king. Crown Jimmy. Jimmy's the best of all time. Hey, Jimmy Butler, welcome to Boston, kid. You just blew a 3-0 lead. You are in the ranks of fucking Alex Rodriguez, kid. Anyways, that's the path. That's the path forward for the Celtics there. Sneap said the Trailblazers were the last team to force game 7 down 3-0. Who was that against, Sneap? Was that recent? I can't remember that. I remember the Sixers were 3-1 against the Raptors, right? Is that what it was last year? I can't remember what that. I just remember being like, man, Celtics fans down bad. I mean, Stan, for what it's worth, man. The Heat probably close it out tonight. All that being said, the Heat close it out tonight for sure. Heat says, I just don't think the roster is hungry. Don't know if that means trades or not, but they won't win without it. Yeah, I mean, I do think, for all the Jaylen Brown talk, I mean, I think Marcus Smart's done, right? I mean, that to me is the obvious move. And if you want to package Marcus Smart with somebody else to get a bigger piece, I understand it. But to me, that's the move. Because I think Marcus Smart still has value. Like, I know Celtics fans feel like a little beaten down by him at times, but I think a lot of teams, competitive teams, need somebody. Like, he's tough, man. But I think if he's your best guard, it's a problem. I know the Top Shot Common Man was hungry for Marcus Smart in Dallas. I think that would be a good fit. Somebody like that would make a ton of sense for them. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we will. Well, if the AI tool doesn't do it, we'll do it, Snoopaloop. We'll get that out there. I was excited about that. Bring back Kyrie. Regulator, I'm so close to banning you. Or are you talking about Dallas or Boston there? Either way, I'm pissed. I know LeBron's talking about, is my Wi-Fi down bad? No, we're back. I know LeBron's talking about retiring. How about Kyrie? Let's send Kyrie next. Yeah, you're big on Marcus Smart to the Kings would be fun too, but I don't know what the Kings would move off of, right? They don't have, like, you'd have to take future assets. They're not, maybe Harrison Barnes, but we don't need Harrison Barnes. Who was Scottie Pippen's Blazers in 2003. There we go. It was a good year. All right. There's one other thing that I wanted to get into basketball related. Marcus for Herder. Okay, I would listen to that. Oh God, FB Music. What are we talking about? For the podcast listener, FB Music says, why was Brad Stevens promoted anyhow? That guy did not have any basketball related success. Okay, dude, he got Avery Bradley a ton of money on different teams. He got Isaiah Thomas received MVP votes. They went to how many conference finals against LeBron? With, man, Jaylen Brown was 15. Jason Tatum was 13. What are we talking about? God, what's going on with the Wi-Fi? Did I yell too much in Boston? Celtics need Randall. That's the dumbest fucking take ever. Eric, get out of here. No one, Julius, you know what? Smart for Randall. I would do Smart for Randall. I would do Smart for Randall. Smart for Fred VanVleet, absolutely. I would do that. I would do that. I think that's actually good for both teams too. I think Toronto could use a Marcus. I would do that. I like Freddie though. I'm a sucker for Freddie. Smart would be interesting in Phoenix. I forgot they won multiple chips. Yeah, you're right. The only way to there's only one team that is deemed successful every single year, and because the Warriors won 4 out of 6, whatever it was, so many teams are a bunch of losers, dude. Who do you like, FB Music? Who's your team? Who's your team? Randall for Cat. God, those are two loser energies together. All right, let's keep moving. Raptors could use another player who can't shoot. That's true. That is true. Although, yeah, you're right. Yeah, but don't let that be your only move. Don't let that be your only move. You know what I'm saying? All right, there was one other thing I wanted to get into. Our man Shuckster, from the Team Hold community of NBA Top Shot fame. He tweeted out yesterday, where would Austin Reaves, famously an undrafted bro, where would he go in the class of 2021 draft? And I thought that was an interesting question. Now, he is a Lakers fan, so he was like, is he going top 3? Is he going top 5? That's insane to me, I think. Well, not insane. I think that's a good conversation. I don't think he's definitely not top 3 in my mind anyways. So I want to read off a list of the 2021 draft because I think it was recent. I don't know if we talk about that as like one of these iconic drafts because they're still too young, right? They're still too young to actually say that. But I'm going to rattle off what these picks were, right? So number 1, we had Cade Cunningham, then Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs to the Magic, Josh Giddey, Kuminga, Franz Wagner went 8. Thinking about the Magic getting Suggs and Wagner is wild. Then you had Davion Mitchell, Zaire Williams, James Bouknight. All right, some L's. Josh Primo, yikes. Then it was Duarte, Moody, Corey Kispert. Then Şengün. We got Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy going 17 is wild. Trey Mann, Kai Jones, Jalen Johnson to the Hawks. That's so funny. I thought Jalen Johnson was a rookie this year, TBH. You had Keon Johnson, Isaiah Jackson, Garuba. All right, I want to get into some of the other ones. Quentin Grimes went 25th. Bones Highland, 26th. You had Cam Thomas, 27th. Day'Ron Sharpe, 29th. Santi Aldama went 30th. Okay, let me see if there's any round 2 studs that went here. Ayo went in round 2. Jeremiah Robinson Earl went in round 2. Isaiah Livers, Kessler Edwards. Anybody else that sticks out here in round 2? Luka Gaza. No, that's basically it. Jericho Sims, LOL. So when looking at round 1, like where does Austin Reaves fit in that? Where does he fit in? And this is what I said, and I got a lot of pushback. And it was funny because I didn't get any pushback about Austin Reaves. But I'm curious where you guys, let me know in the chat where you put Austin Reaves there. So, and when I think about this draft right now, it's like a year and a half out, 2 years out. I'm still looking upside. I want like the dude that's going to be the superstar, not someone that's going to help me get to 35 wins. I'm still taking Cade Cunningham number 1. And I got some pushback on that. I don't know. I think Cade still has the highest upside of all of those guys. And I think it's hard to evaluate. Like, I think it's hard to ding him for missing as much time as he did this past season because Detroit clearly was like, oh my God, can we get Wembayama? He had a shin injury that caused him to miss the whole season. But Cade showed that he was like, a 28-8 guy, right? And so I'm still putting Cade number 1 there. And who knows? Maybe that in time, maybe that ends up looking bad, but I'm taking Cade. I'm then taking Evan Mobley second. Evan Mobley almost won Defensive Player of the Year this year. If he's already can be like your best big on a playoff team. And I think if he just like can figure out a jumper, just like extend his range a little bit, all of a sudden, like you can play him as your 5 and it's a problem. So I'm still taking Evan Mobley 2. This is where people started getting pissed. I'm taking Josh Giddey 3. Josh Giddey is like this monster guard, right? Well, how tall is Giddey? Is he like 6'7", 6'8"? I don't know how tall he is, but he's got a handle. He can dish. His shot got a lot better there down the stretch. Like he was winning, playoff type games down the stretch of the OKC Thunder. Kept them afloat when SGA missed all that time. I'm a big SGA believer. He seems like he's going to be like another guy who's kind of like 18, 12, and 10, something like that. So I'm still taking Josh Giddey third. And this is where people got really pissed. I'm taking Franz over Scotty. So I'll just read them off. I'm taking Cade, Mobley, Giddey, Franz Wagner, Scotty Barnes, Austin Reeves, then Jalen Green. And I think people got really pissed because they're like, how can you take Franz over Scotty? I'm not like out on Scotty. I don't think Scotty's that bad. I just think that top five is so deep. And Scotty was clearly better than Franz his first year, right? Scotty's rookie of the year. Scotty was incredible. But I don't know. I thought Franz progressed much better in his second year than Scotty. And not that Scotty was bad, but Franz made a leap in year two that Scotty didn't make. And I don't know. I think I'd rather have Franz at this point. I mean, Scotty can definitely do more. Right? He's more of a defensive problem. He can facilitate a little bit. But I mean, listen, even if you're a Toronto fan, like I feel like I probably watch more Raptors and more Magic than most because I have to watch all these stupid ass games. I don't know. Franz felt like he took more of a leap that has I mean, Scotty probably still has more upside, so maybe I'm contradicting myself. But anyway, so we can split hairs on Franz and Scotty all day. I still think they're both like great. I'd be very happy if I had either of those guys. But the thing that I was interested in that no one else seemed to give a shit about, is that where you put Austin Reeves? Like, who is the first? Is Jalen Green the first guy you take Austin Reeves over that list? And I know Jalen Green still has a ton of upside, but Limsey, this is a good point. I think there were higher expectations of Scotty than Franz, so maybe that's why Franz took more of a leap. That's fair, right? Because he was rookie of the year. He played really well. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Let's look at this. Let's look at the stats for year two from Scotty Barnes. I'll pull up Basketball Reference. All right, let's do it together. Let's do it together. Hold on. Can I do? Oh no, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. All right, so Scotty on his career is averaging, where's that number? 15 points, 7 boards, up and down. So his field goal percentage went up a little bit, still shooting under 30% from 3, 75% from the line. He went 15, 7, and 4 his career. But last year, 15, 6, and 4. So down in rebounds. No, I'm sorry. Up in rebounds, down in assists, same point level. So 15, 7, and 4 for a career, 15, 6, and 4 for last season. Let's look at Franz Wagner. All right, let's look at the Franz. Also, there's a WNBA player named Megan Franza, and I like that too. All right, let's look at the Franz. So there we go. That's the numbers right there. His defense potential is pretty. Yeah, it's good. It is good. All right, let's keep going. Why did it do it like that? All right, so Franz this year averaged 18, 4, and 3, shot 48% from the field, 36. He's averaging almost 17 points for a career, 14 and 3. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. And this was kind of my take this year, Andre. And I mean, it's year two. All these dudes are super young, right? So none of it. Yeah, Scotty's. So the guy who has greatest Raptor of all time tagline. Yeah, I get it. If you are a Raptors fan, yeah, of course you want Scotty. Of course, I'm not out on Scotty. I love Scotty. I'm just saying, Franz looked like he took more of a leap. Mike absolutely looked up these stats before the show to get ahead of the chat. Yeah, I looked it up before I tweeted it out last night. Snoopaloop says, Reeves is a good role player. He will never be a number 2. Not what you want to spend on a high-end pick. That's interesting. So, Snoop, but hold on. Nobody said anything about Jalen Green. Is anybody, are you taking Jalen Green over Austin Reeves? I don't know, man. Austin Reeves putting up like 20 a game in the playoffs as the third best player on a Lakers team, I thought was pretty impressive. Regulator said Barnes was a 6-man in college, so less time on the court. Long-term, he will be better than Franz, but both are great players. Yeah, I mean, so now we're just saying that because Scotty's played less, he'll be better later. I don't know, man. He played a ton in his first 2 years. All right, Jalen Green sucks. All right, a lot of Jalen Green hate. Yeah, I was just curious where people would put. So, yeah, let me know. Are you taking Jalen Green or Austin Reeves? But it seems like that is the tier, right? That's where, yes, Jalen Green has much better potential than Reeves. You're out of your mind if you think otherwise. Yeah, no, I think he's got higher upside too. I do think Jalen Green has higher upside. I do. I'll take Green over Reeves if I need a main guy. All right, so, okay, so if most people are taking Jalen Green ahead of Austin Reeves, are you taking Austin Reeves next? Like, what is the cutoff? On a shittier team, Franz put up those numbers and they still suck. Stop it. Dude, are you kidding me, FB Music? Are you kidding me right now? Because are you not familiar with how sucky the Raptors were? The Magic were a better team than the Raptors the second half of the season, I believe. Let's go look at what the standings were here at the end of the season. I know FB Music, if they don't win a championship, right, they all suck. They all suck, right? So let's go look at this one more time. If we look at the standings here at the end of the season, the Eastern Conference, here we go. So the Orlando Magic finished 34-48. So they finished 7 games behind the Toronto Raptors. So there you go. Yeah, I forgot how dominant the Raptors were at FB Music. I forgot all season long we're talking about how good they were. Nobody was talking about how the second half of the year the Magic would have finished as a 6th seed. Scotty was still about the 5th option this past year. Franz had a bigger role. So this, to me, outlines the fact, how the hell is OG Anunoby considered a better offensive option than Scotty Barnes? OG is supposed to be a 3-and-D guy. So if you are saying the 3-and-D guy is a better offensive option than Scotty Barnes, what are we doing? So who are the other guys? Freddie? I'll give you Freddie, and I'll give you Pascal Siakam. Who are the other guys? Gary Trent Jr.? You putting Gary Trent Jr. ahead of him? Who else? Who else are you taking? Because you could, with that same talk about him, you could say, well, dude, they had Paolo, they had Wendell Carter Jr. Crazy that RJ is 1 year older than Barnes, and Franz just spreading my name. What are you saying? Franz? Oh, RJ Barrett. Sorry, I thought we were talking about RJ Hampton. Scotty is the Draymond of Toronto, more important than Steph. All right, so now we're just changing the conversation. So before it was that he was the 5th offensive option, he'll grow into a stronger offensive option. Now we're saying, no, he's the glue. He's the glue, dude. He does a little bit of everything. And again, I like Scotty. I'm just saying, I don't think it's wild to take Franz over him. All right, but okay, so it sounds like most people are taking Jalen Green over Austin Reeves, though. Okay, that's good to know. Or is there anybody else that we listed in that draft class that you're not? Like, somebody asked about Herb Jones. Is Herb Jones probably in the lottery now? Maybe. All right, let's go back. Are you taking, here's one. Are you taking Austin Reeves over Jonathan Kuminga? Austin Reeves over Kuminga. I feel like if Reeves would go to another team to be in a bigger role, he'd be like when Hayward left the Hornets. I mean, Hayward snapped his ankle immediately when he left you mean when he left the Jazz, right? He snapped his ankle immediately. So I don't know if that's a fair comparison because Gordon Hayward hasn't been healthy for a full season. All right, what else? Any other bad? All right, so Kuminga sucks. All right. He'll never. All right. Austin Reeves is going unpicked. He's all right. FB Music. All right. Let's put FB Music in timeout. You're on a 5-minute timeout because not only is your logic flawed, your takes are just confusing now. He'll never be an elite scorer, but definitely will impact the game. We're still talking about Scotty. I like Scotty. I think Scotty's going to be a very good player on a very good team. All right. So I think I'm taking him over Suggs, though. I'm taking Reeves over Suggs. I'll take Şengün over Reeves. Did we already establish that? That's a good one. That is a good one. Şengün's a fun one. Şengün is a fun one. The only thing that I'm nervous about with Şengün is Şengün's got it feels like it's hard to, man, that's the same thing with Jalen Green. It's really hard to evaluate everybody on the Houston Rockets because they were so dysfunctional. They were so dysfunctional, and it's hard to know, people seem to not really love playing with Şengün. That's the vibe we're getting out of Houston. If he leaves, Reeves will be the offensive version of Caruso. I mean, but everybody so that means good. That means good. That means a pretty good player that everybody wants on their playoff team because that's how they feel about Caruso right now. Everybody still makes fun of the Lakers for getting rid of Caruso. Reeves has an hour-long highlight reel on the tube that would have you put him on. All right, dude. God. I feel like you should have to, oh, God. If you are a Lakers fan giving a Lakers take, there should be something, highlighted on your name being this is bullshit. Yeah, Şengün over Reeves. Şengün has definitely outplayed his draft pick. Yeah, I mean, Şengün's been great. I really like Şengün. Şengün's minutes made no sense either I know, exactly. I mean, he got cooked on defense, though. He got absolutely cooked on defense, which I think was part of the reason. And his teammates didn't really like him, it felt. I'm taking Reeves over Davion Mitchell every time, though. I'm taking him over Jalen Suggs, Davion Mitchell, Zaire Williams, James Bouknight, Primo. I'm taking him over Duarte. I'm taking him over Moody, Kispert. Okay, Şengün's a good conversation. What about Trey Murphy? I think Trey Murphy has been very, very good on that Pelicans team, right? Like his 3-point, he was cooking from 3 this year. We put him in the dunk contest. He plays some defense. I don't know. I might take Trey Murphy over Austin Reeves. Is that wild? Reeves and Caruso are the new age Jordan and Pippen. What do you mean? Şengün and Ime could be a great fit. That's true. Yeah, maybe Ime turns him into a defensive monster. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this year's draft too. June 22nd, baby, less than a month away. Trey Murphy would have been great on every team. Trey Murphy is that guy, man. Trey Murphy can impact all, right? Because he can do a little bit of everything. You just put him in the corner, he can chuck threes and play defense. He gets you on the break. Jeremy wants to talk about Cam Thomas. Dude, Cam Thomas can't crack the rotation on a very bad basketball team. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's fun that he put up 40 points 3 consecutive games in a row once the Brooklyn Nets traded everybody. But after they traded everybody, he still couldn't get – he was like the 4th Cam on that team, you know? And I like Cam Thomas. I hope he gets a chance to shine. But Herb Jones probably has to be in that conversation. I'm taking Austin Reeves over Herb Jones, though. What about Quentin Grimes? Quentin Grimes or Austin Reeves? Who are you taking? Who are you taking in that? That one's tough. Trey Murphy also good on podcasts. We got to get him on the pod. Let's see if Trey Murphy wants to get on the pod. Also, if you guys do have lines on guests that you would like or suggestions for guests that are reasonable, yeah, hit me up. I'm starting to fill in the off-season content. I want to get like a bunch of guests, so it should be fun. Reeves over Grimes. Grimes number 1. All right, bing bong. Bing bong. The bing bong boys are here. That's what I'm saying. Like when Eric says something, and Andre says, oh wait, Andre says I'm a Knicks fan and it's Reeves. There you go. There you go. All right, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Let's do me a favor. Like the stream. Last call here. Like the stream. Subscribe. #sweep. We'll do a couple of giveaways or a giveaway here at the end. Let's go check out Pookie. We got Pookie and Underdog, and then we'll wrap up here. If you guys haven't signed up for Pookie, it's the predictive soccer game. Sponsoring all things Team Hold right now. So we love a sponsor, baby. And it's important if you want us to get more sponsors, especially you oversubscribe bros. I need you signing up for shit. You don't even have to spend money. This is free. This is free. Just like So Rare. It's a free game. Just drop the link into the chat. If you sign up, you can play for free, baby. And if you enjoy it, you can sign up and get into the next Pookie drop. Actually, I think they might. Do we get a Pookie drop going on right now? Right here, right now. Let's go over to the marketplace. Oh yeah, baby. You can buy it. So they just started a new drop. So you got commons going for $22, which is 25 Matic. Rare is going for $88, and Epic and Legendary, which are very expensive. And then all you do, you come in here. If you get a Pookie ball, like I got a Pookie ball that's in the French league, right? So we go into Bonjour Francais, and this starts in 4 days. So we got plenty of time. But all you do is you come in here and you predict these games. You give them a score based on how you do. You cook. So go ahead and shine up. Shagan's saying Jared Weiss would be a good guess. Yeah, I saw Jared. I follow Jared Weiss. I think Jared Weiss would be a good. When's the first oversubscribe update? Mike, I've been dropping some updates in the Discord of like stuff like that's happening. I think if you have like views and growth and all that fun stuff. So if you want to jump in there, our first big one is going to be the week of Summer League. So even if you're not in at Summer League, I'll have like a more official report. If you will. But yeah, make sure you're in that Discord. I think you should be in that gated Discord, but I've dropped some updates in there of our growth since starting to work with Oversubscribe, our growth since Oversubscribe started, all of that stuff. So it's been fun. And we're working on a couple of other deals that some brand deals that I'm excited about if we can finally get there. All right, let's go back over to Underdog. Speaking of, if you sign, I'm going to drop another link, baby. It's link season. If you go to underdogfantasy.com, just drop the link in the chat. And if it's your first time depositing, you use the promo code HOLD, HOLD, a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. I'm going to show you. I've got some drafts going on right now just for the daily. That I've got some spicy ones here, right? So it's a 2-person draft here. 2-game draft. So if we look at this lineup, we had Jokic drop 75, Michael Porter with 30, Aaron Gordon with 42, Dennis Schroeder with 27, and I still got Gabe and Jaylen Brown to go. So that's kind of fun. But let's go to Pick'em. That's the bread and butter here. So let's go to Pick'em. Let's see what we got. We the people, what are we cooking with today? Oh, this is good, Marco. I did it all for the Pookie. The what? The Pookie. Let's see. What do we have here for picks? The Tatum rebounding one has been kind of fun, but they've moved that up a little bit. So do we think Boston just folds? I think that's what you have to decide. Because if you think Boston folds, you go ahead, just smash the unders on Tatum and Brown. Does Brown have a turnovers listed? I wish he had turnovers. I'd smash the over on that. I think we're going to see Jaylen Brown be a bit more aggressive. I feel like over 3.5 free throws made is kind of fun. I feel like we're going to see him attack the rim quite a bit. Here, let me blow this up a little bit more so we can see. Let's scroll down. We've got Marcus Smart, 6 assists, 12.5 points, 9.5 rebounds and assists, 1.5 blocks and steals. Bogdanovich, Malcolm Brogdon, 19.5 points, rebounds and assists. You had Big Al down here. Man, I do not love the Al stuff. I feel like we're going to see more Time Lord. Okay. You like Vincent Martin props over on Strus threes? Let's go check Miami first here. Caleb Martin has been incredible, right? Let's see. 2.5 threes. So over 2.5 threes on Strus. Let's smash that over. Let's go find Caleb. Let's see. Over and a half. Let's do points, rebounds, and assists. 18.5. I feel like he's going to score 20 actual points. You know what I'm saying? Now, so we got those two. We got to find a Celtics one now. I don't know. How did you feel about that Jaylen Brown 3.5 free throws? Right? He can't be this bad. I think you lean overs on Miami role players. Also think Bam crushes on rebounds. We need to pick at least one Boston. Got to be two teams. Got to be two teams here. I think I'm going to do the Jaylen Brown 3.5 free throws. So there you go. This would be, we're going to put the whole kit and caboodle on it. Can I get rid of this chain? No, you can't do cents, right? Okay. So $20 to win 120 here. Max Strus over 2.5 threes. Caleb Martin over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jaylen Brown over 3.5 free throws made. Shit, he's going to make them. That's okay. I like it. That's 2 trips to the line. Smash it. That is I'll share this pick in the chat if you want to cook along with us or if you want to fade us. Again, if you go to underdogfantasy.com or just click the link I just shared in the chat, promo code HOLD, HOLD, 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. All right. I think we're going to call it. We're going to do our little giveaway here. I appreciate everyone being here this morning. Just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe, #sweep. We will be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know, it'll either be a finals preview of Denver and Miami or shipping off to Boston. Whoa, right? Maybe a little Dropkick Murphys for you. That'll be the intro. We won't even monetize that show. We'll just play vibes. We'll just do vibes just so they don't get swept. And then what I'll do is everything I say will be directed to J-Bus because the Celtics will have outlasted. They will have outlasted the Lakers. Did FB Music come back from retirement after I put him in timeout? Did he make his return? All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's do this. Let's do it. Winner. Chicken dinner. If you get this, shoot me a DM. I got 2 giveaways that I got to hit up this afternoon. Our man, Lucky Guy and Daniel. All right, winner. Who's it going to? Bang. Snoop-a-loop. Snoop-a-loop. Oh, I also got to hit Paul, too, I think. Any TLD thoughts on what's got the Club Top Shot dude tripped up? Oh, yeah, with Andy, I don't think I could speak on it too eloquently, but I think he's going on Club Top Shot today. So I'm sure they'll talk about it or what he can talk about. But I don't know anything else other than what was shared. So I don't think I can speak on it at all. So I don't even know what the TLDR is. I don't understand how any of it works, honestly. So I don't know. But yeah, I would check into Club Top Shot today. I think they usually do that at like 4 or 4:30 or something like that. That's usually how that works. There you go, Snoop-a-loop. Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Happy Tuesday. Seriously, thank you for being here. Go Celtics, kid.